Hey everyone, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 18. Can you believe we've made it this far? Like, I am truly impressed with myself about how well I've been with my time management, because I can't say Sheena even 3 years ago could have really accomplished this without burning out or trying to lump a bunch of videos together. But you know how they say you have enough hours in the day to live your dreams and do what you need to do? There are sometimes that's not true, right? Sometimes life just deals us a lot of cards that we can't manage at once. But I've realized lately that just being more mindful of time and having discipline, it really does make that true. So we're at the storage unit. Dustin is grabbing his tools. He's back there now. Dustin is grabbing his tools so he can go work on that client's table, and I figured I would just come along with him for the ride. This may sound weird, but I actually do enjoy working from the car. I think just growing up with my mom and constantly being on the road with her and doing homework in the back seat, it just feels very natural to me. So here we are. I do have my work laptop, got my Alani new energy, and I'm going to be trying this out. We also have Bruno in the back because, you know, he always comes for the ride. So yeah, that's what today looks like. I just have a lot of research and outlining to do before I have a meeting with my managers tomorrow. So I'll be focused on that today from the car. Luckily, I have no meetings and I have no video content to edit. So it completely works out. We are going to wrap things up. Thanks for joining me for another day. I hope you all enjoyed yesterday's vlog and a bit of that story time, how I got splashed with that hot ass coffee. Okay, won't be happening today. So I'm gonna hop back into work. I hope you all are having a great start to your week, and I will see you when we pull up and we're doing something new.
You're the chicken connoisseur chef, so if you can commit to
Yeah.
cooking it, is that what you want to do?
I was also thinking about some chicken noodle soup. I got the starter for it, which is a celery, onion, carrot.
I think chicken and dumplings would be bomb.
Who gonna make them dumplings? You know what? We actually haven't bought flour in a long time. She was like, "Are y'all having a party?" And I'm like, no, we just were hibernating and haven't gotten groceries in weeks. She was like, okay. This is not bad though. I think it's just a cart looked overwhelming. Hey vlog, obviously I am back home, so want to give you all a quick recap before I lose every bit of sun. It's just so crazy that the sun sets at this time. I just cannot get used to it. And I also had to kind of change my angle because from the back, it was just washing it out. Like, it would blind y'all, so you're welcome. But as you can see, we went out, we did some errands, and I've heard someone talking about this before. I wanna say it could have been Dr. Tracy Marks, but just changing around your environment sometimes to get re-stimulated is so helpful. And even just working out of the car. Like, I was doing okay in here this morning, but I got into the car, and while Dustin was out doing his thing, running the errands, I was like, like definitely was on my Kermit. You know what I mean? I got so much done. I got through a good third of the scripting that I have to do, so really proud of that, and knocked out some more research, just grabbing some user examples that I really needed, and yeah, it worked out. Just changing that small environment, like just going from apartment to car. Who would have thought? But as you can see, we ended up going to Trader Joe's. I kind of used my lunch break to just go grocery shopping. It'd be like that sometimes. I still haven't eaten, and it's after 4 o'clock, so I probably struggling to figure out that situation. And now we are back. We had to also pick up Bruno's medication. And when Dustin got back in the car, he was like, bruh, having an anxious animal is so expensive because his meds were $250. And I was like, what? So yeah, it's just not cheap. It's just not cheap. And we're gonna obviously shop some other alternatives because we're getting them directly from the vet, which in my opinion is kind of like a bougie boutique pet vet center. But yeah, it's so expensive, but he needs it. Like, Bruno is just very much unhinged. I think you all just see like the very cute parts of him, but you don't see how he was just acting, which is whenever he takes trazodone, it has this really weird side effect with him where it takes time for it to kick in. And we usually know that he's about to go night-night because he starts licking. Like, he'll lick his paws, he'll lick his bed, he just compulsively licks. But before that point, he is just a madman. So we're bringing the stuff into the apartment and I'm coming to settle down, and this dog is just barking and growling and jumping up and down. And I'm like, Bruno, you gotta stop. We have neighbors, go sit down. I'm trying to get him to his bed, and as I'm leading him to his bed, he is like jumping up and trying to bite my hand. It's rough. You know, I can't say that I will be able to handle adopting another animal like this, but we are doing our absolute best with him because we know that if it wasn't for us, we don't know what kind of family he would end up with, or if they would be as patient with him. Especially having small children, Bruno would probably not work out. So we are doing our absolute best, but when he is not on his consistent routine with his medication, he just kind of goes haywire, and it really sucks because I know he doesn't want that. And we definitely don't want that. So it is what it is. But Dustin is out. He is grabbing his tools and bringing them up because he has to finish that client's coffee table. He has to basically sand it down, do some refinements, cut the legs down. So that will kind of be his focus for today. But I am so ready to just hibernate for the holiday season. I can't even hold you. I am ready to hibernate. Grateful nonetheless. So those are the updates. I'm gonna get back to work. I gotta get plugged in and do what I gotta do, but just wanted you all to know what's going on, and I will check in a bit later. Bye. Vlog, it is much later. I'm not even gonna like pan all the way because then you'll see all the mess in the kitchen, but I told myself I was gonna make something to eat. I did not, and ended up just eating an almond croissant, and now it's like 7 o'clock and I haven't eaten because I went back in the office to go work and kind of got in the zone and then just lost track of time again. So I am making some quick frozen Trader Joe's meal. I'll show y'all what it looks like. So this is their like frozen beef and broccoli. I'm gonna turn off the heat on this, but went ahead and made that, seasoned it up just a little bit, and then also used my handy dandy rice cooker to make some steamed rice. I have no shame in using a rice cooker now because it always comes out perfectly. It's little to no drama, and you can just wash the insert when you're done. So that is what we're having, and then if we get hungry later, we can whip something else up, but I couldn't take it anymore. I was starting to just really feel my stomach eating my back. So we're gonna do the white rice, broccoli, and beef and broccoli. And then I will show you all once it's plated what everything looks like. Okay, so this is how they look all served up. And I'm gonna add just a bit of sesame seeds to the top for a little bit of crunch and just to really finish it off. And there you have it. Beef and broccoli for, I guess, dinner. And then again, if we get hungry later, we'll figure it out because we are kind of night owls, and so it's very likely. But bon appetit. Hey vlog, we are coming live from my office on the floor, and we are finally getting around to wrapping Dustin's gifts. Dustin, if you're watching, get the heck out of here. Log out. But I'm really excited for all the things that I got him. As you all know, Dustin is my person. He is my best friend, my life partner. And if there's gonna be anyone that I spoil when it comes to the holiday time or their birthday, it's going to be Dustin. So these are all the awesome things that I got him this year. I think I'm done. I think I'm gonna tap out. I may have one more thing still on the way, but if it doesn't arrive, no big deal. He's not super materialistic or picky, and I think that's why I like treating him even more. But some of these things he really needs, like I've noticed that he has a need in his life, and some things are more like wants that I think he'll still really appreciate. So I was gonna sit down and like try to do a whole talk through or like a chat and wrap with me, but honestly I'm probably just gonna watch some true crime and like time lapse this through just so it's not super long, and not to mention he's home, and so I don't want him to be locked out and isolated away from me forever while I try to hide these gifts from him. So we're gonna get to wrapping, and I would like explain each item that I got him, but he's literally in the other room and I don't want him to hear by accident anything that I say. So if anything, I might just put it up on the screen as I pull it out and show it. And if maybe you want to treat your significant other or best friend or your dad or whatever, this can give you some ideas hopefully for next year or for a birthday or anniversary. But I'm gonna get to it. Watch my show. So I'm using my handy dandy scissors. I have some good old Scotch tape, and then also using this wrapping paper that I made like 2 seasons ago. I do not let anything waste, and the fact that these weren't sold during that launch, I still use it every holiday that I possibly can. As y'all remember, we have the New York City taxi with the Christmas tree on top, and then inside here somewhere we also have Black Santa. So yeah, I'll be wrapping with this. Very chill vibes. Again, I'm gonna time lapse it, and I guess I'll be back when I'm done. Hey loves, so it is a lot later, but I want to jump on here and just say goodnight and close this vlog out. We just ended up eating some chili for dinner. Dustin took care of some of Remy's grooming, did some laundry. I got to editing all of the vlog that would be out tomorrow, so that I'm getting back ahead of schedule, and then finally took a little night shower just so I could really relax and get set in. But I probably need to call it a night and get some sleep for work. I'm just watching some Law and Order and doing a little bit of scrolling. But I appreciate y'all so much for watching and engaging. I can't believe we are all the way up to this point, hitting day 18 of Vlogmas. But I appreciate all the love so much for all of you that have chosen to stay. And if you have chosen to part ways, also no hard feelings. I totally understand. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks again for watching. I hope you're having a great, safe holiday with all of your friends, family, loved ones, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night.